Hello class, and welcome back to the lab. Today we are going to be going over the negative stain. So this one is the only stain that we do in here that we are going to be using an anionic dye. So all the other stains that we've done so far have been using a cationic dye, and if you remember, that's the one that has the positive charge. So it's going to be reacting with something that is negatively charged, which is the cell wall. This stain is using an anionic dye. So we're not dyeing the bacteria themselves, we are dyeing the glass slide. So glass has a positive charge, so our anionic dye reacts with the positive charge of the glass and stains the glass, while the bacteria stay translucent. So it kind of looks like an X-ray under the microscope. The reason why we use a negative stain is whenever we have a bacteria that has a capsule. So, of course, the capsule cannot be stained using normal staining techniques. So we use the negative stain. That way we can still visualize the bacteria. We can see the shape, the arrangement of the bacteria under the microscope. So that's whenever we would use the negative stain. So the negative stain is very, very easy, very straightforward, but it's different than the other stains that we've done. We're not going to make a smear. We're not going to heat fix it. The bacteria stay living the whole time that we're dealing with them with the dye. And then when we focus it on the microscope, it's going to look very different than what you're used to looking at under the microscope for the bacteria. So we're going to move over to our workbench, and we're going to go over how to make a negative stain. Alright, so we are over here at our workbench and we are going to do the negative stain. And so like I said, this one looks a whole lot different than the other ones. We need 2 clean slides to do this. So I already cleaned our 2 slides, and we're not going to make a smear. So we're not going to be using the water or anything. We do need to use aseptic technique, however, whenever we're doing this. So we want to flame our loop. That way it's ready for whenever we need it. And the anionic dye that we're going to use today is called black ink or nigrosin ink, and that's what we're going to use, okay? And it literally looks like black ink, okay? So we are going to put a drop of the black ink on one side of one of the slides. Okay, so I'm going to put my drop of black ink, and really you only need 1 drop, okay? You don't want to put too much because then it's just going to look jet black and you're not going to be able to see anything under the microscope. Now we're ready for our bacteria. We're going to use bacillus for this just because it forms these nice long chains, and it's a really large rod, so it makes it really nice under the microscope. So we're just going to get a little bit of the bacteria out of our tube. And of course, I've already flamed my loop. And I'm going to take and I'm going to tap the loop into the little puddle of ink that I have on one side of the glass slide. Okay, and you're not going to see anything when you're doing this. You just have to trust yourself that you're getting some bacteria into that black ink. And you're not smearing it, you're just kind of tapping it into the liquid. Now, once you're done with that, you're going to flame your loop again. You want to burn off all of that excess ink or bacillus that's on the bottom of that, or that's on that loop. And now comes for the smearing process. So I've got my one slide here that's got my ink and my bacteria on one side. And then I'm going to take this second clean slide that I have, and I am going to smear the ink across the slide. I'm just smearing a nice thin layer of ink and bacteria across the slide. Okay, you can always turn this over to if you need to. Okay, you basically want a nice dark purple color. You don't want it to be jet black, because if it's jet black, then it's going to be too thick and you're not going to be able to see it under the microscope. And that's it. That is all you do to make a negative stain. Now, we have to let this completely air dry before we do anything with it. So we are going to let it air dry, let that ink air dry, and then we will look at it under the microscope and see what we have. Okay, so here's what our negative stain looks like under the microscope, and this is at 100x with the oil. And as you can see, the bacterial cells are translucent, and the background is that purple color that I was telling you about. And that is the anionic dye that has been spread very, very thin and reacts with the glass. And so you can see size, shape, and arrangement of these bacteria. These are rather large bacilli, and they are forming these nice, long, beautiful chains. And so it looks a little bit different than what we would look at if we were using a cationic dye, but this negative stain gives us the ability to look at bacteria that might have a capsule.